Welcome to this session, and in this session we're talking about identification of needs. We all know that needs is important. We've gone through that before. So now we need to identify the customer's needs. What do they want and why do they want it? We need to go to our customer and we need to sit with them and identify their needs. Now this is using all the questioning and answering sessions that we've talked about earlier. So the open and closed questions. So we need to write all those down before we go to the meeting, so when we're at the meeting we can identify their need. How long has the customer had this need? What is the size of the need that they have? These are all things that we need to look at. Their need may be a pain or a problem that they currently have. Their problem may be a really severe pain, or it may be a pain that they don't even realise they have. Is the pain that they're going through so intense that it actually creates an amazing value that you're providing? So you need to look at the worth of your product or service against the pain. Then that provides you some pricing guidelines, because the pain is something they're trying to get rid of, and there's a cost associated with that pain. What is the cost of your product to meet those needs? And does that fit with your customers' requirements? Does it fit their budget? If their budget is more or less, then maybe you need to think about changing the product or changing the benefits that you have in your product, i.e. the features, so you can meet the cost expectations of the customer. Now we've understood the needs, we also then need to move on to understand who is making the decision. Because you might be talking to somebody who actually has a need but doesn't have a budget or doesn't have the ability to make the decision. So you need to look at the decision makers and then be able to talk about their needs. Their needs may be different. So that leads you to qualifying the lead. Does the product or service meet all the levels of the business? The other issue that you may have is that the solution is already being used in another part of the organisation. So if you're selling into one person, they may have a need, but they might not have identified that a person somewhere else in the organisation has already solved the problem. And by going up to a senior manager, you may actually find that they have already solved it. They already have somebody in the organisation that has already solved the issue. So you need to qualify the lead. In summary, needs discovery is one of the most important parts of sales. Once you've identified the need, you can then go in for the close. Once you've written all the needs down and matched those to your benefits, you can clearly move forward into a sale.